What up? What up? What up? Edison in the building said I put $100 on us winning the division. Is our year. Woo! I like the enthusiasm. I like the enthusiasm. $100. $100. What's the odds? What's the let me check. Cause I'm in North Carolina. It's legal. I can get on FanDuel where I'm at. I'm up here in North Carolina at camp. What are the odds for the Panthers to win the division? Edison said he feeling it. Give it a few minutes for people to pile in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. It's a little late. My internet tripping. I'm on my iPad. I couldn't use my laptop like I normally do or would like to do, but we here. Nicholas Moore, what up, though? G2S Network said, "Now we not there yet." Eric Blair, what up, though? You slide through, man. Tell me what's up. What's good? We got to talk about training camp, man. I got to talk about what I saw. I got to talk about a few things that I saw. Today was my first day at Panthers training camp. I've been slacking this year, man. King Domo, what up, though? I've been slacking this year, man. It's my first day of camp. My first day of camp. So I got to get some things off my chest. I'm sipping a Voodoo Ranger. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like IPAs, but this is delicious. This is delicious. This Voodoo Ranger, this is delicious. Fruit Forest. That's delicious. But I'm up here in Charlotte. It's storming right now, so bear with you, boy. It's storming. But we have to talk about what went down at training camp today. Today was the first day of full pads for the Carolina Panthers. First day of full pads. And look, I didn't know what I expected because there's been some other, like I said, I've been going to camp for the past few years, and this is my first day there. And I haven't really seen the tone and the energy from the past few days, you know. But when I went today, it wasn't what I expected. I'm not going to lie. The intensity wasn't where I expected it to be. The first day of pads, I wanted to see a little bit more pads popping. I want to see a little bit more thud, like they like to say. There was some going to the ground. There was a little feistiness. Obviously, there was a couple squabbles, multiple squabbles. There were squabbles in that final team period. But overall, the intensity in the fireworks wasn't what I expected it. Maybe I just had my bar. Maybe it was the first day jitters. Maybe I didn't know what to expect. So whatever I expected too much. I don't know. Maybe my expectations wasn't met with the reality of the previous days of training camp. Not saying it's a bad thing, but I wanted to see some pads popping. I want to see a little bit more contact. I want to see a goal line drill. You know, short yardage. Man on man, mano football, banging heads, whatever you want to use to describe it. That's what I wanted to see, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Now, there was some team, a little bit of team here and there. There was some 7-on-7, one-on-ones, of course, typical practice, special teams, typical practice format. I was expecting to see some uber competitive scenarios and goal line in particular. Now, me saying this, Dave Canales has put on record that they plan on doing a lot more scrimmaging and team activity at FanFest. So maybe they were just trying to take it easy on that. Not like just throwing them into the fire immediately. Maybe they wanted to ease them into it today, give them a day off tomorrow, and then FanFest, ramp it up for the fans. Maybe that's a strategy. But today I did not hear the pads popping that I would like to. It wasn't like a pillow fight out there. I ain't gonna say that. But I just wanted to see more pass popping. Now, they did run the ball. Miles Sanders did drop the hammer a few times. One time was on Jamie Robinson. One time I think was on Boodle. It might have been Robinson. Boodle and Robinson's jerseys look the same when the defensive guys haven't rolled up. And we so far away, you can't see anybody's name on their jersey. But Miles Sanders is running angry. Miles Sanders is running with authority. Miles Sanders is running hungry. Hungry. They drafted a younger back. He was demoted by Chuba Hubbard by the prior regime, and he came into this regime being RB2. Miles is running angry. Miles Sanders is running with a purpose. He got something to prove. They drafted, like I said, they drafted a young guy. Chuba is the RB1 right now. They had brought in Rashad Penny, but Penny said, I ain't got it, coach. Rashad Penny, we penniless now. The Panthers are penniless now. Rashad Penny retired, the running back, probably about 24 to 48 hours after he said that when healthy, he's the best back in the league. His words, not mine. His words, not mine. Regardless, there was a very, very crowded backfield. Mike Boone, Sheridan, the rookie. But Miles Sanders, dude, he ran through some folks today. He really did. Miles Sanders ran with authority. He was cutting well. He was running well. He looked explosive. He looked healthy. We know last year in camp here, but his groin. Not really sure if he ever fully recovered from that. He just didn't look explosive last year at all. Maybe that last Saints game. But Miles is going to play. Yeah, Eric Blair said that's great news. It's phenomenal news. If they plan to run the ball as much as Dave Canales claims, this is phenomenal news. Like, I'm not like some people in this fan base, I get it. They have this thing. They can't stand some guys. They get pissed off. I do too. I get upset. I'm not saying I'm above that. I get upset too. But I'm happy to be wrong. A lot of times when I write guys off, I'm happy to be wrong. I wrote Miles off. I thought Miles was gone. But if he wants to come back and have a redemption year, be productive like he was in Philly when he ran behind a huge offensive line, kind of like the huge offensive line the Panthers have now. If he wants to do that, be my guest. I would welcome a Miles Sanders bounce back year with open arms. Open arms. The apology will be as loud as a disrespect if Miles does this thing. I believe you, me. But I like what I saw from Miles Sanders, man. The vision, the cutbacks, the power, the juice that we were just missing. He was missing it last year. So go out and earn that money. Go out and earn that money that Scott Fitter gave you on the open market, the richest running back contract last offseason. Go earn that money. The Real Sunshine, what up, though? Andre Arbor, what up, though? D Cash, what up, though? But I like what I saw from Miles. The offensive line. Let's talk about the offensive line. I'm trying, and like I said, this is me one day. This is me being there for one day. Y'all know me. I'm usually there day to day. This is my first day out there this time. The offensive line. In the running game, there's some leakage at times. There have been some leakage. Austin Corbett, there have been some wacky snaps at times, a few low ones, a little left, a little right. It'll throw off the rhythm of the play. I can't ignore that. I'm fine. Like I said, I'm still bullish. I'm still very bullish on Austin Corbett. But I can't lie and say that every snap from him has been flawless and perfect. I don't think anybody's talking about that. I don't. Every snap has not been perfect. The blocking seems to be up to par. I didn't see any major leakage on the inside. The interior seems very, very protected most of the time. Now, the edges are a little bit different. The edges, guys are running the hoop. Jadeveon Clowney is a handful. Taylor Moton did not practice today, but what I've seen on prior clips, Jadeveon Clowney has been giving Taylor Moton some trouble. Giving him some trouble running that hoop. So, yeah, there is a video of Miles trucking Jamie. Check out Michael Rimmer on Twitter. It's probably on the Panthers Instagram. I think he got it for the Panthers. He didn't tag him. But go to Michael Rimmer. I think it's like MVL Rimmer on Twitter. He has it. It's nasty. It's in slow motion too. But the offensive line, I like what I'm seeing from the interior. The ability to anchor, to keep Bryce clean. In the interior, no leakage. I like it. Like I said, the tackles, though, I don't know what's going on. Do I have gestures on? Do I have gestures on or something? Is that what happened? But anyway, the leakage from the outside, it ain't really leakage. It's just speed rushing around the hoop. This is why you see Bryce Young scrambling so much. I think, and this is just me, I don't know anything. I haven't seen much of practice. Just going off the clips that I saw and today. I think that Dave Canales wants to lean into Bryce Young's ability to run and create. I think Dave Canales wants to lean into that. I think he wants that interior to just anchor down, be strong. And I think tackles, Icky, Taylor, take whoever, wherever they want to go. We're going 2.7 or less. If it's 2.7, Bryce either getting rid of that ball or he's scrambling, creating a second play. We've seen Bryce make some plays outside the pocket. We've seen him make plays outside the pocket. And not saying but stay with me, I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes. But just off the top of my head, this feels like a certain type of strategy that the Chiefs do. And granted, a lot of what Mahomes does is instinctual, but I feel like they have things built into their protection that facilitates the scramble drill. And it feels like that's kind of what it is now. Because Bryce does get out of the pocket early at times. It looks like it's early, but I'm thinking that they're saying, hey, at 2.7, get rid of the ball, get to your check down. But if you have a lane to create, maybe go ahead and go start creating. This is just my hunch. This is not this. I've been there one day. I haven't heard Canales say that. Nobody's asked to confirm this. I'm just watching the clips I saw and watching what I saw today. Even though the pocket seems clean, after a certain amount of time, Bryce is turning into that scramble drill. We hear 2.7, 2.7, 2.7, but we consistently see the scramble drill. I think that this blocking scheme is, like I said, I think they're designing this to facilitate because that's a strength of Bryce. I think he feels more comfortable on the outside just because, let's face it, he can see windows, but he's still short. He has a clear line of vision when he's on the outside in the perimeter or climbing in the pocket or scrambling around. He has better vision. They talked about looking from deep to middle to short. Don't look short. The short is always going to be there. The short is always going to be there. Look deep to close. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Zion said Robert. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I didn't really fully listen to Robert Hunt, but I think they're doing this by design. They're not handcuffing Bryce. Yes, Bryce can hold the Bryce can hold the ball too long at times, but you don't want to completely what did Cam Newton say? You don't want to teach a lion still knows how to roar or whatever like that, something like that. He said basically you don't want to take that away. That's part of what made him great in college. So I like what I'm seeing on that front. However, like I said, that exterior rush, Jadeveon Clowney has been a problem. Granted, it's Jadeveon Clowney. It's Jadeveon Clowney. So let's put things in perspective. But he's been running that hoop, man. He's been running that hoop. So you looking small. I need to get back in the gym. Hey, man, summertime, brother. Josh, what up, though? Keep pounding. Said Amir Smith Marset needs more playing time. But you know I've been on the Amir wagon. I've been on the Amir wagon since we traded for him in preseason last year. Hey, Dunk, are you coming to Canton? Nah, not. I'm going to Fan Fest. Then I'll be at home. Then I'll be at training camp. I would like to come to Canton one day. Maybe I'll go to Canton when they put in Smitty. Carter Smith, what up, though? Love the effects. It wasn't intentional, man. It wasn't intentional. And shout out to everybody that's come to training camp that I've seen, that I saw. I'll be at Fan Fest. If you see me at Fan Fest, holla at me. I'm going to be in South Carolina this year, at Clemson in South Carolina. Holla at me. Am I covering Peppers? Nah, man. Nah. I wish. Why am I in a hotel? I'm in a hotel because I'm in Charlotte. I don't live in Charlotte. I'm at training camp. I don't live in Charlotte, but I'm traveling for training camp. That's why. So I'm here, broadcasting live from Charlotte. I'm here all week. And I'll be back for the weekend when practice starts back. I'm going to Fan Fest. Any word on Wanham? I think Wanham's going to miss all of training camp. It sounds like Wanham's going to miss all of training camp at least. He could start the season on PUP. That has not been reported, but Dan Morgan did say that Wanham, he let it slip. He said Wanham will probably miss training camp. And if you miss training camp, you're probably going to start on PUP because you can't just jump right into the season if you miss all of training camp. You have to start practicing a little bit and building up to it. You know? My cover of Julius, I wish the team need to sponsor me. How's Excel looking? I'm not going to lie to you, brother. Excel really didn't do nothing today. Not that I saw. And this is going about off today. And this is a conversation worth having briefly, but I'll probably talk about it in a video tomorrow. But Jonathan Mingo is balling. Newsflash. Jonathan Mingo has been balling. Jonathan Mingo, here's the beer. Jonathan Mingo has been balling. Breaking news, if you haven't heard. Mingo, he worked with Steve Smith. He worked with Steve Smith during the offseason. He's been look, he's been putting in work, bro. The experience. Just another year in the system, better coaching, better opportunities. Jonathan Mingo's been balling. Jonathan Mingo has been balling. Terrace Marshall Jr. has been balling. Has been balling. I'm very shocked. And I'll be one of the first ones to say that I was writing him off. I was writing him off. Not saying that he was trash. Not saying that Mingo was trash. But it just seemed like the writing was going to be on the wall. They drafted a first-round rookie. They brought in Deontay. They were still looking for guys out there. I thought the writing was on the wall, and it might have been. Truth be told, I'm not ready to move off of that. I think that the writing was on the wall. Not the fact that they were going to cut him, but they weren't going to consider him in their future plans unless he broke out. I.e., the same thing that happened to Terrace Marshall Jr. You get caught in the wash by coaching changes and you just become forgotten. That's what I thought was going to happen. We've seen the movie before. And Dave Canales said it through the draft. We're going to challenge the roster. Challenge the roster. Don't be complacent. Don't just say, hey, we drafted a second-round receiver. The answer is on the team. Let's just go with it. We've heard that before. The answer is on the roster. Remember that? Remember the GM and coach we said we had that mentality? They cannot talk about challenging the roster. And that's exactly what they did, bringing in competition for that wide receiver room. And Jonathan Mingo, so far, has risen to the occasion. Terrace Marshall Jr. is hooping. So XL is working with the second group. He's working with the second group. So XL's going to have to get in where he fits in. I think they're going to have a role for him. I still think they're going to find a way to get him on the field, give him the football, bring him along slow. But this is what I talked about. They don't have to force him in. I would love to see him make some plays right away. But they don't have to force him in like they force-fed Mingo. They force-fed Mingo because we had to. We didn't have a lot of depth or answers behind Thielen. So they don't have to force him in there. They can bring him along as fast as he's ready to. Or as slow as he's ready to, excuse me. Whatever he's ready for. It came out wrong. But this is what you want. Like I said, challenge the roster. Pressure. Put pressure on the guys in that receiver room. Pressure is going to make a pipe burst, or pressure is going to create diamonds. One of the two. Pressure makes a pipe burst, or pressure creates diamonds. So putting pressure by bringing in Deontay, who is bona fide wide receiver one, and XL applies pressure. Now, let's be clear. The flashes from XL are there. You see it. You see him big, strong, fast, the ability to elevate, the ability to get down the field. You see it. So I'm not concerned. He'll get in where he fits in. But for the start of the first week of training camp, Terrace Marshall Jr. and Mingo hooping. Now, let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Because we know this happens every year. This happens every year to us. We see training camp. Things get real. Things get good. DJ Chark, remember DJ Chark? DJ Chark looked like wide receiver one last year in that first week of camp. He looked like wide receiver one. Him and Bryce were connected on deep passes. Everything. But come to find out, Chark, once they put the pads on, Chark was only balling against Rajon Wright, backup corners and stuff like that. Once JC and Dante and those guys were on him, he wasn't really doing nothing. Time and time again, the Panthers, there's always that training camp MVP that never does anything during the season. Remember that year, Curtis Samuel? Curtis Samuel, was that his second year or third year? I don't know. It might have been his second year. That year, Curtis Samuel had one of the best training camps I ever seen. I think it might have been Cam Newton's last year. So that might have been 2018. Like, Curtis Samuel was cooking. He was cooking. So he didn't really do a ton. Terrace Marshall Jr. has had good training camps and hasn't translated it. What was the other guy name? He played defensive tackle. We got him from Iowa. He ended up getting cut last year or the year before last. He had a great rookie training camp. He had a pick six. He was getting sacks. Didn't translate. There's always that training camp MVP that turns around and do nothing. So we gotta see this sustained. We gotta see this sustained throughout training camp. We gotta see this sustained through joint practice. We gotta see this sustained through preseason. We gotta see this sustained in the regular season. It is a very, very good sign because we're seeing things from Mingo that we didn't see last year. So I don't want to be pessimist. Yeah, Davion. I don't want to be a pessimist because I'm loving the progress from Mingo. But keep going. You know, keep going. Let's see this. Let's see this translate into some live action. Right? Let's see this translate into some live action. You know, but it's hard not to be excited about the emergence of Mingo. Now, Terrace, you can say we've been there, done that. You can really wait and see on that. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing because this is year 4 for him. But he's balling. You guys, what vets are we going to sign? I don't know. I don't know what vets we're going to sign. We're first on the waiver wire. Somebody said that. So if anybody comes available, we could. But they act like they don't want to sign nobody. But I'm offensively, Mingo's been hooping, man. Somebody was talking about the tight end group. The tight end group is in a very interesting spot. The tight end group is in a very interesting spot because Tommy Tremble got injured, tightness, so they shut him down. They shut him down. Matter of fact, timeout. If you guys have not, please give this video a thumbs up. Please give the video a thumbs up. I can't see the likes because I'm on a different platform. I can't see the likes. But please give the video a thumbs up if you have not. Appreciate it. But let me see the receivers. Somebody mentioned it. 34, right? Adam Thielen, man. We there's a lot of competition in that wide receiver room, man, and I love it. There's been these sentiments of fans wanting to shift Adam Thielen off. They want him to since he's older, they want him to step down and fall back like he's Joe Biden. They writing him off because he's old. They writing him off and want to fall back like Joe. They trying to make him fall off. But unlike Joe, Adam Thielen is still cooking. Adam Thielen is still making plays. Adam Thielen is still making highlights. Adam Thielen is still winning at the catch point. It take a little bit longer to get that motor rolling, and it still don't roll that fast. It take a little minute. But Adam Thielen He may not have a ton of separation, but if you put that ball on him, bro, he's coming up with it. He was cooking everybody. He gave it to JC today. Multiple catches in the red zone. Multiple catches in the red zone. One-hand catches. Multiple one-hand catches. Like, dude, he's a problem. Adam Thielen is a problem out there. Adam Thielen is a problem. Even if he's not fast, even if he turns into a chain mover, even if he's just Jericho Cotchery out there where it doesn't give you much more than just coming up big on third down and across the middle, we can win with that. We can win with that. Adam Thielen still clearly has the best hands on the team. I think it's clear and obvious he is far beyond the best pass catcher on the team. Period. He's the slowest in the room by far. It's not even pretty to watch him run. It's not even pretty to watch him run. But he's balling. Why you keep spamming tight end? Gotta put you in timeout for a second, brother. Gotta put you in timeout for a second, Nick. You'll come back soon. People can't see the chat, brother. People can't see the chat if you keep spamming positions. But Adam Thielen is a problem, bro. We're going to talk about Bryce. Yeah, he was tweaking. I don't know. He was tweaking. 2 growls, 1 roar in the building. What up, though? Yeah, if you're just getting in, we're talking about Adam Thielen and the receivers. Adam Thielen is a problem, man. He is a problem. So, like I said, even if he's just a chain mover, I'm good with that. I'm good with that, especially with guys stepping up. Now, and I know, and the Brandon Ayuk discussions were out there, and who's going to be wide receiver 1, and I get that, but I think there's something to be said about Green Bay's approach. Green Bay doesn't really have a bona fide number 1 wide receiver. They have a bunch of talented young guys with different skill sets that get it done with a good young quarterback. Like Watson is a deep. They have a little bit more variety. Like Christian Watson is a speedy deep threat. Jaden Reed is a slot guy that can run routes. You can give him the ball. He's a gadget guy. He's a touchdown guy. Dontavian Wicks is a phenomenal pure route runner. What's the other guy that had that catch that was a drop against us? I can't remember his name. They just have a variety of guys that spread that get the ball spread around to, and it works for them. Romeo Dobbs, that's who it is. Romeo Dobbs, good catch, good call. So I'm starting to warm up. I'm starting to warm up to that approach because guys are stepping up. Mingo, Deontay's going to get the ball. Thielen's going to do his thing. Excel's going to find a way to get involved somehow. They're stepping up. Our receiver group is stepping up. Now, I hope that's because of them and not because the weakness in the secondary. That's the catch-22 when you're going against yourself. You know? That's the catch-22 when you're going against yourself. Good D, bad O. Bad O, good D. Like, which one is it? You know? So you just got to be careful when you're evaluating. What's up, Doug? What up, Doug? But what's the tight end real quick? We haven't had a fight at training camp since 2015 winning season cup loaded. So tight end wise, real quick, there's it's a problem, man. There's tight end may be a problem. So Tommy Tremble already got hurt, right? He's been out with tightness. They shut him down, whatever. But speaking of that fight, Jadeveon Clowney literally cleaned the clock of Chuba Hubbard. Clean his clock. And mixing it up, Icky came and defended. Ian Thomas was in there mixing it up. And I didn't really hear anything. Nobody asked him about it. But Ian Thomas sat out the remainder of practice after that fight. Ian Thomas did not go back into practice after that fight. He was on the side without a helmet with the trainers. I saw him on the cart. So Ian Thomas is hurt as well. That's your, for better or worse, number one and number two tight ends are injured potentially. Now, maybe his injury isn't serious. We'll see at FanFest. Like I said, nobody asked about it. But after that fight, I did not see Ian Thomas take any more practice reps. He was on the sideline. He stepped in to defend Chuba when the fight was going down and all that. Him and Icky stepped up because Icky got mad first. He pushed Clowney. And then Ian Thomas came in. But now he's hurt. So now you got Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas out. So that leaves you with Sullivan. That leaves you with Felipe Franks, so they just picked up. That leaves you with Jordan Matthews. And the rookie, Jatavius Sanders. Y'all call it Ian Thomas song because he got into a fight. He did. Y'all be nice, man. Y'all be nice in the comment, man. Y'all be nice in the comments, man. Talking E. He was defending his teammate. For the record, he was defending his teammate. But I didn't see him go in. Like I said, and I saw him on the cart after practice. So I don't know what happened. This really could open the door for JT Sanders. One, they're gonna have to sign a tight end off the street. If Ian is gonna miss any significant time, not significant, if he's gonna miss any time at all, they're going to have to sign a tight end just because, like, you can't have 4 tight ends taking all the reps. These dudes are gonna get tired, and they're gonna get hurt. They're gonna pull their own muscles. They're gonna get tight themselves because they're taking so many reps. So you got to bring in a camp body just to kind of get them a little bit relief. You know what I'm saying? But this may clear the way for Jatavian Sanders to make plays. You know what I'm saying? It could clear the way for Jatavian Sanders to get in where he fits in and make plays. Now, Jatavian Sanders' blocking is not up to par. The blocking is not up to par. We knew that coming in. Ain't nothing changed about it. You can tell this dude used to play wide receiver. He's a converted wide receiver. So the blocking ain't there. Now, who's going to block? Or who you got left? It's clearing the path for JT. It's clearing the path for Jatavian Sanders. Thomas, don't get me out. Bro, if you want to buy a jersey, that ain't gonna get traded, buy Ian Thomas jersey, bro. That Ian Thomas jersey, timeless. Timeless. It'll never go out of style. This brother got the we done traded DJ Moore, we done traded CMC. But Ian Thomas sticking around. He got longevity, bro. He got longevity. That jersey will never go out of style. Ever. Mr. Luke Cage, what up, though? Hey, Miles Sanders is balling. Your boy Miles is balling today. He might have a bounce back. Yeah, Brian Burns gone, but Ian Thomas is still around. Crazy world, right? Crazy world, right? It's a cold game, cold business. Ian Thomas going into the Ring of Honor. Hey, man, he might. Look, he got longevity, bro. But but let's talk about Bryce real quick before we switch over to a little bit of defense. Yeah, Jonathan Brooks not practicing yet, so we're still waiting on that. Miles had a solid day today, bro. He was running hard. He looked explosive. He trucked. What's it called? He trucked, like I said, 2 DBs. But Bryce, I thought Bryce looked pretty solid today, man. Probably his best practice. You probably seen the clips. Bryce was throwing some dots. Didn't really see him out of the side of the pocket a ton. Had a couple head scratchers still in there because it wasn't perfect. But the ball placement, he was feeling it today. He was putting the ball where he wanted to today at times. It was a couple bad decisions that he got away with. He tried to hit Mingo. He tried to force it to Mingo a few times in the seam. But one time in the red zone, it got tipped away and juggled. So no picks. But overall, man, Bryce spreading the ball around, man. He looks okay, man. Looks pretty comfortable. The arm strength, man. Look, and this is a guy that was saw him in person last year to this year. Somebody asked me the difference between the camps. The structure is typically the same, but from what I see, Bryce, he that footwork has improved, and not anything crazy like he's not, not robotic. He's just not as casual with the drops. He's not standing straight up. His base, like his feet are wider apart. And so I think that's allowing him to drive throws. I'm not a quarterback. I don't know all the mechanics, but I do know that when your feet are wider, you throw with your legs. You're supposed to throw with your legs. His feet are wider apart. He's still throwing from his toes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he's not on his toes as much. So he's a little bit lower, and he's able to drive the ball a lot more, man. We've seen a lot of far hash, out routes, driving the ball on the outside consistently. The funny part is we haven't seen him throw across the middle much at all. I haven't personally, at least. And that was his specialty last year. He's thrown the seams a little bit, but like across the middle hasn't really been a ton. And that may just be the facet of the offense. But I haven't seen it a ton. But the arm, it looks like it's a lot more zip. I think the arm got stronger. Like I said, that footwork, that base to throw from is better. I think he's been working on his core too. He stay after practice. He be at midfield doing crunches. It's been 3 or 4 videos of him doing crunches after practice. Your core and your legs is really how you generate that power to throw. That's what I've been told. Like I said, I'm not no quarterback expert, but the arm looks stronger. The arm looks stronger. So something to be excited about there. But he was putting the ball in pretty good spots where he wanted to today. So you heard he did the same thing with Geno and Baker. We're not throwing across the middle. Oh, we're working on their weaknesses. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy with the progress. At least we got variety instead of running 4 curls. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I do want to see the tight ends get a little bit more involved, though. That'd be the one thing I love to see. We haven't seen that a ton. Haven't seen a ton of tight end involvement in the pass game. That's what I want to see. Down the field, getting down the seam, particularly JT Sanders. But like I said, if Ian Thomas is out, FanFest, he may be tight end one. He may be tight end one. But overall, Bryce, man, solid day, putting the ball where he wants to. Like I said, getting outside the pocket. I think they built that into the offense. Quan, what up, though? Yeah, Jason, get down the seam, man. Stretch the field that way. Get down the field that way. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen nothing from the whole tight end group. JT Sanders, especially. He did, I ain't gonna lie. JT did have, and I don't know who it was. It might have been Jamie Robinson. It was either Jamie Robinson or Nick Scott. There was a touchdown pass from, I think it was Jack Plummer. It might have been Jack Plummer. He put it right down the middle of the field to JT Sanders. JT had it in the end zone. And it was, like I said, it was either Jamie Robinson or Nick Scott. They ripped it out at the very last second. Like the refs called it incomplete. It looked like it was a touchdown. It looked like it was a touchdown. But they ripped it out at the very last second. That was the one time JT was about to get a highlight, but ended up turning into a defensive highlight. But I want to see more from the rookies overall. Yeah. I want to see more from the rookies overall. Let's flip over to defense real quick. Because Wallace is a guy that people have been curious about. I didn't really pay attention to him today a lot. Like I said, today was my first day. But Canales has commented that he's flying around, but he just needs to know what he's doing. Like, he needs to be able to diagnose. These were the problems he had in college, though. Like, the stuff he's saying, it's stuff that he had problems in college. Dave Canales mentioned it. Like, hey, he needs to be able to process stuff and trigger then. He flies around, make plays, but you need to be able to diagnose what you're seeing. And I think that's a big part of playing linebacker in the NFL. Being able to read the guards when they're pulling, being able to sift through the trash and get the lanes and make tackles, running sideline to sideline, dropping into coverage, blitzing when you're supposed to, anticipating what's coming from the offense. But that comes with experience. That comes with playing more ball. But Canales made it seem like, yeah, he just needs to get more reps because his play recognition and being able to react and quick trigger off of that just needs to improve, which is fine. It's a new game for him. It's a new level. He may not be a high instinctual guy. It may take him getting a lot of experience, watching film, seeing it, and then that stuff starts to accumulate, and then you get better once you play more. He may not be as instinctual as some of the linebackers we've seen in our team history. We've had some good ones. But the secondary, I'm a little bit concerned about the corners. Let's talk about the corners real quick. We know J.C. Horn, when healthy, of course, he's got to be healthy. If he ain't healthy, none of this even matters. But J.C. Horn, he had a rough day today. Some good coverage, but better catches by Deontay. Some good coverage, but better catches by Thielen. It happens. Sometimes you have to shake their hand. But we need him to stay healthy in the worst way. They have not signed anybody yet. Dane Jackson has had an up and down camp. Had some picks. Got put on a poster. Has some PBUs. Sticky in coverage. Behind them, it's a little bit up in the air. DiCaprio Boodle has been okay. Deshaun Jameson has been very aggressive, very grabby. Like he grabs and holds a lot, but the refs in practice ain't been calling it. Man. The refs have not been calling it. He's undersized. That's my biggest concern for him. But he's very, very sticky in coverage, very physical. Only 5'9", though, so it's hard to see him playing outside full time. We could get Xavier Howard if he's not being. But Jameson, man, I have a little bit concerns with him playing outside full time. It's just because the size. There's nothing he can do about that. But the quickness, the twitch, the competitiveness, the physicality, he's bringing it. He's bringing it. He's bringing it. But I still think that they're going to need to bring somebody in. And I don't know if it's going to take an injury, knock on wood, before they do, because they don't got the bread. But I feel like they're going to need to bring in some depth at corner at some point. But they could also get a starter. They could also get a starter on the street. They're starting caliber corners on the street right now. What do I view as a bigger position of need, edge or corner? Probably corner. If I were to say today, it's tough because there's so many injuries on the edge. I just don't think there's if we're talking like draft, if we were talking draft, if the draft was tomorrow, I would put edge above corner. If we're talking about just like this year and finding a free agent on what we should target, I would probably say corner because corner is actually a lot more realistic options out there. I don't think there's a lot of realistic options on the street at edge rusher. Maybe somebody gets cut, but there's not a ton of answers out there. There are answers at the cornerback position on the street right now. They just have not made the correct call and got to the correct number to get any of that, whether it's Adoree, whether it's Stephon, whether it's Xavier. There's some options out there. There's still options at corner out there. So we'll see. CB's looking like it's on life alert. C-Dog, what up, though? Long time no speak, bro. What up, man? So our run game would be great, but I think we're going to get passed on. Yeah. Yeah, it's the money. It's the money, Josh. It's the money. And I saw Brant Tillis, the cap specialist, was at practice today. He was on the phone a lot. I don't know who he's talking to, but yeah. I don't think Gilmore cares as far as a contender. I don't think he cares, to be honest. I think he just wants some money. And because he has a ring. He wanted to stay in Carolina back when he came the first time when we were trash. And Matt Rule was still here. He wanted to stay. They just chose Dante. When you become, and I think he's my age. When you're in that back half of your career, you done made a lot of money already. You're looking for comfort. You got a wife in your ear. You got kids. You heard Mike Evans. Mike Evans said the reason why he re-signed with Tampa and didn't go into free agency is because his wife said so. It's because his wife said so. So that type of stuff matters when you get a little bit older, man. It matters. And so maybe his family, maybe his wife can talk him into staying in Rock Hill. His wife is very active on Twitter. Y'all should go politic to her. And Bleach, appreciate it, man. Said keep it the hard work. It'll pay off. I hope so. Shout out to y'all for supporting them, man. Y'all are everything. So he better take the vet minimum. The vet men. Say appreciate me. What do? Appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in and actually listening to me. If you come to Fan Fest, holla at me. If you see me, say you the GOAT. Trying to be. Joint practice is on the 15th of August. If you see me at Fan Fest Thursday, holla at me. I'll be there. I'll be there. But defensively, man, and like I said, I didn't really pay attention a ton to them. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially the individuals. And I didn't record like clips today. Michael Rayner, what up, though? And I didn't record today, so I didn't really get to go back. But Jadeveon Clowney jumped off. He jumps off a practice every time. The run game, the pass game. Like I said, he the reason why that first fight broke out. In the run game, he cleaned. It was late. It was late. It was late. He cleaned up Chuba. He gave Chuba something look real nasty. One of them. He gave him one of them. A shoulder. Nasty one. I'm sure there was some fighting words said because it was a fight, but he's been playing. He's been doing his thing. Kid boy stole my car, so I'll be not making Fan Fest this year. They don't have a tryout today. Oh. He relived that South Carolina versus Michigan hit. True, but not like us. Chuba from Canada. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you get a video thumbs up if you have not, man. We're talking about training camp, talking about some of the things that I saw at the first day. Rocking and rolling for a few more minutes. If you missed the first part, man, go back and watch the replay. No, I did not have a tryout today, but I am up here in Charlotte. That's why I'm in a hotel, a cheap hotel at that, not a great one. This is on me. I'm not familiar with Charlotte, so I picked the wrong side of town. I will have a better hotel promptly. Maybe tomorrow. The internet is tripping in this hotel. Like I have to work. Like not even on YouTube stuff. I have to like work my regular job. So like if this thing ain't work in the morning, I may be at a new hotel by tomorrow. Dudes in the hood. I wouldn't call it the hood. But it definitely ain't uptown. Like I said, the location. I live in the Metro Atlanta area. It's not worse than that. So I'm not tripping on that. But bad internet is unacceptable. In the year of our Lord 2024, bad internet is unacceptable. I might get fired if I don't get this internet together. So fortunately, I work remote. Charlotte has bad internet. I'm thinking it was a storm. I thought it was a storm that came through. So that's why I wanted to chalk it up to that. Two Fan CJ, what up, though? I want to just chalk it up to the storm, maybe. Maybe some power went out somewhere. But if I get off of this and I try to get on my work computer and it ain't working, I'm gonna have to try to get a refund and check out because this is crazy. And I'll be looking for a new hotel tonight. Maybe in the morning, who knows? But this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm sorry. But up front, man, Caleb Von Chason has been the edge opposite of Jadeveon Clowney. And I don't like it. I really don't. But it's just, where are the answers? You have to trade for somebody? Do you try to scoop somebody off waivers? What do you do? What do you do? DJ Wanham is hurt. DJ Wanham is going to miss probably all the training camp. So how's DT look? Chase sounds a third stringer. Carolina made a few plays in practice. Like I said, this is my first day here. I ain't seen it the other days. But DB. Derek's been fine. Derek is Derek. Derek's gonna be fine. They've been battling. Robert Hunt, Derek Brown, battling. What happened to Wanham? Wanham had a quad injury. He had a procedure on the quad, and then he ended up having a setback somehow on his quad muscle. So he's out for a while. He's out for a while. But it's gonna take a valiant effort from the defensive coaching staff. A valiant effort from the defensive coaching staff to make this group competitive enough if we want this team to do what we want them to do. They weren't great last year. If they do what they did last year with this group, it would be fine, in my opinion. I would not be mad at that. It would actually probably be a solid job. Record prediction, I predict probably 6-11. Anywhere between 6-11 and 8-9. I think 6 is the magic number, personally. Roadmaster, what up, though? I think 6 may be the magic number, but we'll see. It's just hard, man. We don't know what our defense is going to look like. I'm excited about the offense. I just don't know what our defense is going to look like. I personally think they may take a step back. So we'll see how far that step back is. But if I'm being like real, even as a fan, it's going to be rooting for them to win every week. Who knows? 6, 7, 7-10 with like 3-4 more competitive games. I would love it. I would love it. Put up some points. I would love it. I would. But you guys make sure if you come into training camp and you see me if you come into training camp, you see me at training camp, holla at me. I'm here the rest of the time. If you come into Fan Fest and you see me, holla at me, man. Holla at me. Tell me what's up. I'm going to be there. If you see me, tell me what's up. Don't be a stranger. Y'all know what I look like. I don't always know what y'all look like. Most of y'all don't have profile pictures. And a lot of y'all don't have y'all real names. So holla at me. Let me know what you. I know y'all names on here in the comments. So drop that when you holla at me. That way I'm not like I really just I talk to a screen, I talk to the comments. Yeah, I don't see y'all face, y'all see mine. So I mean, don't scare me, run up on me too fast or whatever, nothing crazy. But if you see me, hey, what's up? Like I said, don't run up on me crazy though. Like I said, I got bad nerves. I got bad nerves. But holler at me, man. I'll be there. I'm around. But yeah, I'm up here, man, for the rest of camp. I will miss the 5th. I'm not gonna lie. I will miss Monday, but I'm here the rest of them. Training camp, joint practices. I'm here. Off day tomorrow from practice. I think I'm dropping a video. And I'll be dropping clips on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter or X at Dunk On Demand. I'm getting into my bag. I didn't do it today because I'm a little scared about getting video clips because shout out to Cadizzle from C3. He put the drone shots. I thought they were going to have the FBI at practice today. I thought they were going to have the FBI at practice, the DEA, the CIA. All the alphabet boys. I thought they was going to have all the alphabet boys out there looking for people recording. So I didn't even bother picking my phone. That was the video ninja there. I was being scary. I ain't going to lie. Yeah, you got to buy tickets. But Kyle Smith, what up, though? Yeah, we play the Jets in preseason and joint practice. Drop an Ian Thomas joke. That's how I know he's in the chat. Yeah, local kids. So I'm excited about the defense and I'm with you. So I'm excited about the defense, but I have high hopes that they'll get it together. Yeah, it's going to take a valiant effort, man. It's going to take some coaching. It's going to take some coaching. Said they had their hands full with politics. Yeah, like somebody needed them Google glasses or them Ray-Bans. So they're making the block hot. Yeah, man, it was tough. Shout out to Jeremy from FPFO for Panthers fan only. He got some nice clips. I'll be better. I'll be better the rest of the day. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know how I get down. I'll be better in future practices. I'm going crazy at FanFest. I got 3 external chargers for my phone. I'm ready to burn a hole in my battery. I'm finna record everything. I'm finna record everything. You know? So you bought a burn jersey. Yeah, I wouldn't buy any more jerseys right now. Maybe get a little Get jersey if you want. If you're feeling brave, I think a Clowney jersey is a good purchase. Who do I think is the player that makes the big improvement from last season, the biggest? Y'all gonna beat me up for this, but and y'all gonna beat me up. I think and I think Mingo's gonna have a case, but I still have to wait and see on Mingo. I would not be shocked to see Miles Sanders bounce back, bro. I would not be shocked to see Miles Sanders bounce back. Icky, I'm waiting to see it on Icky. Icky has to show up, but I'm not gonna predict it. I'm not gonna predict it. But I would not be surprised to see Miles Sanders have a good year. Miles Sanders being healthy with this bigger O-line, a chip on his shoulder being running back 2, drafting Jonathan Brooks. I can see a similar scenario where, like, just like Excel coming on slow because Mingo and Leggett stepped up. I can see Brooks being worked on slow because Miles Sanders and Chuba being very, very good early on. I think Brooks will play, but I would not be shocked to see Miles Sanders. He and like I said, I could be overreacting just seeing one practice. But he looked good today, man. He looked like he had some spry. He looked pretty spry. He had some juice. The power. Yeah, he got to hold on to the ball. He has to hold on to the ball. Yeah, that fumbling was crazy last year. That was actually insane. That was insane. But Brooks, especially over Excel, at least Excel is healthy. Bringing him on slow is whatever. But Brooks, no need to force it. No need to rush him, like Josh said. We know he's a future play. He just turned 21 like last week. If Miles has a great year, fine. Miles was the worst running back in the league. Good Lord. Yeah, Miles pops. I definitely, yeah. What happened to our 5th round shot? Sean Smith, wait, I think he had a play today. He was when I talked about Bryce forcing it down the seam, I think that was him, if I'm not mistaken. That might have been him that tipped the pass away. It might have been Shao, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, Miles got hurt in preseason last year. I mean, in training camp last year, he hurt that groin, and he was still trying to play. Was not explosive at all. When he came back, his confidence was shot because Chuba was just playing better. I would love to see a bounce back from Miles. I would love it. I would love it. But let me go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Been going on an hour and 12 minutes. I got on late tonight, but I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Good crowd tonight. Good interaction. Like I said, pull up the fan fest, man. They took training camp from South Carolina. Let's show them how we get down with fan fest. Pull up. Tickets are $5, and they go to charity. See some fireworks. You'll see me somewhere around there, probably. You'll see how short I am in person. See how short I am in person. Pull up the fan fest, man. Should be a good time. Hopefully a good crowd. Returning to Death Valley. I got a special hat for that. So y'all pull up if you can. Be safe. Much love to y'all. Keep pounding. It's almost that time, bro. A week from Thursday, we got preseason football. A week from Thursday, sound bigger than Bryce. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Sadly, I'm not bigger than Bryce. But a week from Thursday, we have Panthers preseason football. Preseason football starts Thursday, but we have Panthers preseason football the following Thursday. Big Dukes, you threw it back. So we got a 3-headed monster like Barber, Jones, and Choice. But yeah, dude, it's about that time, yo. We made it, bro. We finally made it. It's almost football season, bro. Watch party? Yeah, we can do a watch party. We can do a watch party. If y'all down, we can do a watch party. We could. Time to start saying we going 10-7. Hey man, as long as there's delusion, there is hope. As long as there's delusion, there's hope. Y'all go watch the Olympics or something, man. Get off here. I'm out. All right. Peace.